Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have an update for the recently announced Rey Skywalker film. This year was announced at the beginning of the year at Star Wars Celebration, set 15 years after the events of 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. This Rey-focused film, presumably kind of called Episode 10, if you will, if for anything, will bring more closure to the Skywalker saga anyway, overall, while also continuing on the legacy and story of Rey and the rest of the Skywalker saga. So, first things first, I apologize, I'm under the weather, my voice is bad. Second thing, in this video we are going to be discussing into the regards of the actual release date of this film. That's something that's kind of been up in the air, and well, now we have a solid, update overall coming from the Direct article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As they read, not only is Star Wars returning to theaters, but so is Daisy Ridley as Rey, leading fans to question what Lucasfilm's next Star Wars story in the theaters involves and when it will actually release. At Star Wars Celebration earlier this year, 2023, Lucasfilm confirmed Daisy Ridley's return following the 2019's The Rise of Skywalker in a new Jedi Order film directed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. Now that several news has filled months have passed since the announcement first made headlines, here's what we know and expect from this Rey Skywalker's post-sequel trilogy Star Wars movie. For one, the question remains, is this movie delayed thus far from what we know based off of the rumors and some of the leaks? Among the three new Star Wars movies announced during Celebration this year, Daisy Ridley's comeback was expected to debut first and claim the December 19th of 2025 slot, so about 2 years out. However, Lucasfilm's big screen news was announced before the recent Hollywood strikes, which largely has halted the industry overall. In fact, in the wake of the both Writers Guild of America strike, WGA, and before the start of the SAG-AFTRA actors strike, the movie was reportedly already delayed from December of 2025 to May 22nd of 2026, about half a year or so, give or take, from its original kind of expected release slot. A June report from this year then also suggested a potential April of 2024 production start date, so that they would begin production and filming on this movie next year in the spring. Whether the actor strike, which began in July of this year, has or still will lead to further delays is currently unknown, and that goes into the regards of not just this movie, but all types of other Star Wars, content, both shows and other movies. Not just that, everything outside of Star Wars, everything within the Hollywood industry, as well as Marvel. If you're a Marvel fan, I have my Marvel channel linked in the description down below. Although I still believe that it could be said that that is probably the main reason for a production filming halt for the Rey Skywalker movie is going to be based off of these Hollywood industry strikes. Still, Hollywood's current standstill state isn't the only setback Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy's project was weathered thus far. Writer Damon Lindol was asked to leave on the eve of the movie's announcement, claiming that the new movie will still happen, but unfortunately not with him. And if I'm being honest, I actually forgot about this whole ordeal that happened earlier this year, of where writer Damon Lindol was asked to come on for this movie, the Rey Skywalker movie, and he was going to actually work on this movie, write it and everything, of course, but then he was asked to just abruptly leave. Lucasfilm just kind of fired him and kicked him out, which was kind of sad news, quite honestly. Peaky Blinders' Stephen Knight, writer, was brought on board to rewrite the script, and according to Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy, in April of this year would be turning in a script in the next month and a half. Mind you, that was at the beginning of the year. How much he was able to actually accomplish and finish between then and the start of the strikes in May is unknown, if he was actually able to complete that script and turn it in, if he hit that deadline or not. Maybe he'll hit it in the next couple of weeks though, since they've been able to return back to their work. However, since Daisy Ridley and Obaid-Chinoy's film was in development first, it remains a top contender to be the next Star Wars movie in theaters before the Mandoverse Cultimation movie or the Origins of the Jedi and Jedi Order movie. Those were also announced alongside with the Rey Skywalker movie at Star Wars Celebration this year. So, this year all being said, when will Daisy Ridley's Star Wars movie actually release? Taking in and accounting all of these different facts and, suggestions of rumors and leaks here and there, The last reported release date for Star Wars A New Jedi Order movie of Rey Skywalker was May 22nd of 2026, so about 3 years out. But again, since this date was reported before the SAG-AFTRA strike and the Hollywood industry strikes, it should be treated as more of a placeholder than a guarantee, if for anything. But I'm still prominent on the idea that it will release somewhere around that time of 2026, maybe 2025. Still, the writer's strike is over, and if the actor's strike does end soon, hopefully, by soon I mean like the end of the year, there's a chance that the film could keep that May 2026 debut and release if the casting and scheduling don't interfere. If not though, however, it's worth noting that Star Wars has also claimed a December 18th, 2026 theatrical slot, so that we'd actually have 2 movies in 2026, and another slot in the next year, December of 2027, which it could be eventually moved to. So, this year all being said, what can we actually expect from Daisy Ridley's Star Wars Rey Skywalker movie? As I had mentioned, writer Damon Lindol's scrapped pitch for the film was supposedly set 60 years after The Rise of Skywalker, and to follow an older Rey, actually. But when the actual, movie was announced at Star Wars Celebration, they were saying that, oh, this is going to be set 10 to 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. 60 years after The Rise of Skywalker is quite a stretch, and something I hadn't heard about before. But since the writer's departure, Lucasfilm's president Kathleen Kennedy confirmed that the film's new story picks up only 15 years after Episode 9, where the Jedi are in a disarray, saying that, well, we're 15 years out from the Rise of Skywalker, so we're post-war, post-First Order, and the Jedi are in a disarray. Just who these other Jedi are unknown. It's kind of a plural thing, so we can assume that there's going to be a couple other Jedi, and I would love to see it. There are rumors of John Boyega's return as Finn, and finally taking on that Force sensitivity role of the true Jedi. Kathleen Kennedy also revealed that Daisy Ridley's Rey will be attempting to rebuild the Jedi Order in this time, based on the secret Jedi texts Luke Skywalker collected and semi-left behind, saying that there's a lot of discussion around who are the Jedi, what are they doing, what's the state of the galaxy. She's attempting to rebuild the Jedi Order based on the books, based on what she's promised to Luke, so that's where we're going with it. Just what the new Jedi Order will actually look like and how closely it resembles the former, other Jedi Orders is one of the movie's biggest questions, but, probably all be similar. However, Kathleen Kennedy also noted a new order coupled with a brand new time period that will allow the franchise to start with something more fresh compared to, the rest of the sequel trilogy and the rest of the Skywalker saga. Also saying that, in quote, and I think it offers just a tremendous opportunity to introduce new characters and start with something completely fresh, because we culminated with what George Lucas was creating, and now we take all of that and move it onto the next chapter. Ending that quote right there. Star Wars fans should expect to hear more about this upcoming film once an agreement is reached between the studios and the SAG-AFTRA actors strike, especially if Lucasfilm is eager to get Daisy Ridley's film underway. Guys, this year all being said, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking, what you want to see with the future of Star Wars, the Rey Skywalker movie, and everything else in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an official Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.